Hi everyone, Dr. Sat here, and I'm ready to give you a quick video tutorial on how to set up DrJava so that you can work with turtles and then later as pictures and sound. Okay, so the first step is to actually get DrJava installed. So I'm not going to run through all those steps in this tutorial. What you can do is just go to the course website, check out the documents we have for how to install it, whether you have Windows or Mac, and we're going to assume that you have successfully installed it up to that point. Okay, so first thing is first, we need to download some files from the website to allow us to run our turtles and pictures. So the way we're going to get this is we're on the website, in our course content, there's a little thing here that says media comp files, and the first entry here is for book classes.zip. So I'm going to download that file. Okay, so I'm done with my website now. I'm just going to close this. And now I have this in my little downloads folder. I'm going to unzip it, just click on it for Mac, pretty easy. Close that for a second. Now I'll go back here and just drag and drop this to my desktop. It doesn't matter where you put it, just remember where you put it because you're going to need to know later when we're setting up DrJava. Okay, so we have the book classes folder ready to go. Now we just need to go ahead and open up DrJava. So what we're going to do is go up here. Well, I'm just using DrJava, so you can see it's my top entry in my folder, my Finder. It takes just a second for DrJava to load. So what we can do now is okay. So DrJava is open. This is what it'll look like when you first open it. Now we need to get to setup. So on Mac, it's just going to be under this DrJava preferences, and there'll be something similar for Windows. It might be under File or Edit Preferences. You can look around in the menus up there on the screen. So preferences, you'll get this screen whether it's on Windows or Mac. You'll get the same setup here. And what we need to do is set up this extra class path field. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Add, and then I'm going to go navigate to the folder, the book classes folder I just downloaded. So it was in my desktop there, and then, well, you may say, okay, I want this one. You double click on it, and then, well, it goes in there, but you really didn't want that. Actually, you want to go back to the desktop, just click on the book classes once, and then select. Okay, so we've got that done. I'm going to click Apply, so our change is set, and then I click OK. Alright, and you may think you're done, but there's one additional step. Unfortunately, DrJava requires you to restart it after you change the class path. So if you try to do something and it's not working correctly, maybe that's the problem. So I'm going to close this right now. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and reopen DrJava. Okay. So now, again, we have to wait just a second. DrJava is open. I'll move it to the side of the screen so that we can see some stuff later. Okay, so the way we're going to test this to make sure our book classes worked is I'm going to go to this interactions panel. The interaction panel just allows us to test out some quick commands without actually writing a whole program. So I'm going to test out the turtles to see if they're working correctly. So the first thing to do is you want to create a turtle, you have to have a world that it can live in. So I'm going to create a world. I'm not going to go through the syntax that you're going to use here. You can read about this in the book, chapter 3, I believe. But just go ahead and type in this command, world w equals new world, with some parentheses and then a semicolon. And what happens? Well, we have a new window pops up that's our blank world. Doesn't have anything in it right now. And of course, the first thing we want to do is make some turtles in that world. Okay, so we can go ahead and do turtle t equals new turtle. Okay, do this. What happens? Uh-oh, I get an error. Well, what's the problem? Well, I gave it a turtle, but I didn't tell it what world it's supposed to live in. So one quick thing you want to note that you'll learn maybe after using it is that rather than retyping the same command, if you just hit the up arrow on your keyboard, it will immediately do the same thing. So then you can kind of go over here and fix the problem. Namely, I said, well, I forgot to tell it what world to live in. The way I'll do that is, well, what did I call this world? I'm going to scroll up here, see that I called the world W. Well, I'm just going to go down, scroll back down here, and inside these parentheses, I'm going to put W. Okay, let's see what happens. We can see over here in our screen, our turtle has now been placed square in the middle of our world. Okay, and you can try out some other commands. Look in the book. So the simplest one is just say t.forward. Give it a distance, a number of pixels. So I'm going to go forward by 15 pixels. You can see that he goes forward a little bit, drawing a line as he goes. Okay, so if you get to this part, you're successfully set up with DrJava, and you should be ready to do some more interesting and fun stuff. All right, see you later.